My original? I'm a...
A clone, yes. Usually this is not realized by limited-use copies. The function of Eternal is to pass on operational skills, such as piloting. But it seems that something has gone wrong here.
Stop. This is a lot to take on board all at once. Why is this happening? Who am I? Who is my original?
I have no information on that. Perhaps there is a purpose to this aberration which will become clear upon reaching the coordinates given. I have no answers, unfortunately, but I am as curious as you are.
This time I'll make it.
Outlaws. Independent operators with varying affiliations, profiting from trafficking, extortion, illegal weapons trading, piracy, clone smuggling.
Maybe they have something I need.
It appears we have stumbled upon an outlaw base. Scavengers and raiders of every degree ply the demilitarized zone using these hidden structures to launch operations. I would advise caution on approach.
Maybe it's worth the risk. Stop it! That's just what I need.
As you have probably ascertained, hacking comm hubs has its benefits. Your vessel harvests plasma automatically when you are near.
That's convenient.
Likewise, there are traders who will be rigid deal creatures, and the occasional subquest will be automatically added to your HUD by the computer, something that will earn you credits from nearby humans.
You're taking damage.
These additions add a bit of spice to the dogfight, leading to sim-like moments when more missiles won't fire and your air is running out and oh god here comes the ochre, and I haven't got enough fuel, and I haven't collected enough nanobots to repair. Before the jump and I'm in the middle of an electrical space storm and I'm probably going to die, but let's go. Oop. Well, look at that, you're still alive. Like I said in our recent pod, this kind of moment will probably happen to everyone, because the game is tilted in such a way that it always happens. But that's the joy of roguelikes. There's always a point where the downfall seems inevitable, and
I'm
you
feeling
somehow
pretty confident
scrape
about
your
this,
way
Rock.
out of it like a
I am
newly
glad for
born
your
lizard
confidence.
escaping
I
from a
hope it
den of
suffices
snakes.
to get you through.
Fans of that feeling, and those seeking its quick and easy sci-fi replication without investing dozens of hours grinding or losing thousands of space credits in the process, will appreciate this game's no-nonsense delivery of those "oh no, I'm defo dead this time wait what" moments. And yet, I've still described it only as a better than average game. This is largely down to one thing: the controls.
Do you reckon there's anything
By
salvageable
default, your
on this
firing
freighter?
reticule is
Probably,
independent
but
of
I
your
would not
ship's
advise it,
facing
as it may
direction.
draw unwanted
In
attention.
other words, where your guns point and where your nose points can be totally different. The sensitivity of this reticule is also uncomfortably high. All this can be rejigged, thankfully, but even after doing so it still feels off. I suspect this is because it has been designed from the thrusters up as a VR experience first, with the ability to look around being extra important, and that focus seems to have affected the way non-headset users like me will have to play. The independent reticule feels floaty and weird, but the fixed reticule means it's a bit harder to follow everything, since you can't look around. It doesn't completely ruin the dogfighting though, and it's hard to tell if my battle with the controls is a fault of Everspace, or simply the result of being spoiled for over 100 hours by the joystick controls of Elite Dangerous. Everspace has no joystick or HUD as option, and the gamepad controls are worse than the keyboard and mouse, with even the developers recommending the use of the latter. After swapping out the floating reticule for the fixed in the middle crosshair and dying a few more times to missile silos embedded in otherwise barren space rocks, I did start to get a feel for the ship's slightly zero-gravity tango, at least until my inertia dampeners were destroyed and my ultra-heavy gunship started to drift around like some kind of drunk bowling ball. That's really the appeal here. Everspace is at its best when one or two bits of your ship are busted and you have to improvise slightly during fights and prioritize finding the nearest mechanic, station or a pile of nanobots. When the pressure is on and it embraces those sim-like incidents, it can overcome its dogfighting simplicity and dainty flight controls. For me, however, I'm not sure that's enough to keep playing. When I rollick around in space, I want a big universe and the ability to go into orbit around any planet, not these 7 planets. I also like to take my time, have quiet moments when I can appreciate the beauty of space. But it's difficult to stop and smell the vacuum when what matters most is pew 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 and the rapid onward push to the next sector. But that's just me. If you want noise, combat, speed and the occasional hurried decision, developers ROCKFISH have you covered. They also resisted calling you Everspace, so well done for that.
A jump suppressor is active nearby.
That's not good.
Well, do something about it. Find it and disable it. The higher the signal strength, the closer you are.
This vessel appear with a skull.
This is to highlight a superior fighter. It will be harder to take down.
We'll have to see about that.